Hi everybody. In this video, I'm doing a review of the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Shazam figure from the upcoming Fury of the Gods movie. So I already showed this figure on a previous video, probably the last video that I did, and found this figure at Target. It was honestly, it was a big surprise. I didn't think that this figure was going to be out so soon. I did have this figure pre-ordered. I liked how it looked in the promo pictures, and walked into Target and they had a couple of them, and I thought, wow, awesome. So I got it for a retail price and I could cancel my pre-order, and he looks great. So I'm actually really happy with this figure. I think that as far as the DC Multiverse figures are concerned, this is one of the best. So I'm going to go over his accessories first, and then we'll take a better look at the figure. So, as we all know, we get a round figure stand. We get a card with the artwork from the packaging. And then if you want to see the other side, and you can pause it and read it, gives you the backstory for Shazam, aka Captain Marvel. Now, if you want to see the packaging and the barcode and all that stuff, you'll need to check out my previous toy haul video, because I showed him in his box along with all the other figures that I've gotten in the last few days. He also comes with these lightning effects, so power effects basically. Now, these are actually really brittle and sharp, and they also don't go on him too well. But they are super pointy and sharp, really. So if I do want to pose him with any lightning effects, I honestly probably won't use these. They are kind of difficult to get around his arms. So if I do decide to pose him with lightning effects, I'll probably use something from Power Rangers Lightning Collection. I use those Power Ranger lightning effects a lot with my DC figures. If you watch my Toy Room Tour video from a couple weeks back, you'll actually see that a lot of my DC figures use the lightning effects from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures. And one of the best parts of this figure, and something we don't get very often, is we get alternate hands. And this does not happen with the McFarlane DC Multiverse line. So it's great. So in the packaging, he comes with one open and one fist hand. And then he also comes with the alternate one. So you can have him with two open hands, you can have him with two fists, or you can switch them out. So that's actually really awesome. I think that's one of the best parts of this figure, is the fact that he comes with alternate hands. The lightning effects are fine, but I think the alternate hands are the best, inclusion with this figure. So if we take a close-up look of the face, you can see that this is probably one of the best face sculpts that we've ever gotten from this toy line. It looks a lot like the actor, but it also looks like, Shazam. It's hard for me to call him Shazam and not Captain Marvel, since I've been a DC fan for, 20 plus years. He'll always be Captain Marvel to me, but that face sculpt is, I'm going to say, the best one we've ever gotten from McFarlane in this line. It is incredible. I like the chest and the way the cape is. I think that looks really good. And just the paint overall is fantastic. You can see that, the gauntlets, I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera, but they're very gold. They have gold and silver, accents, and really looks great. The wrist joints are also much better, so they're the more improved wrist joints. And if you'll notice, the pins, the colors match, which is nice. A lot of times, you get pins where the colors don't match. The cape is I would say it's in between a light rubbery material and a heavy rubbery material. And you can see the gold accents on it. It looks really great. Very happy with this cape. And like I said, it's not overly heavy, but it's not super light either. So it's definitely somewhere in between. Really, really love the cape. The infamous diaper part is actually really good. I think it blends in well with the figure. I like some of the shading that we get with, like the different reds. And then the boots have that gold and silver as well. And we get these new ankle joints that I think we saw for the first time on the Blackest Night wave with the Atrocitus collect-to-build figure. The gold on here is really, really nice. And I like how, it's a little different, like this part, it looks a little more yellow. And you can see the different, like, yellow and orange and the lightning bolt. But then I like how the gauntlets are just the gold and the silver. It looks really, really nice. Typical articulation that we're used to here. So we get the, the butterfly joint. It goes up and down with the shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. The new wrists are pretty tight, but I think they look much, much better. So I would prefer just them to not have like that round ball that a lot of these figures have. The head, obviously, back and forth. He unfortunately cannot look up very far. That's as far as he goes. Now, with a flying pose, you're not going to really get what you want. I mean, obviously, if he was flying, you'd want the head to be way, way up higher. I mean, he doesn't come with a flight stand, so, whatever. And then the head really doesn't go down much at all. That's about as far as you're going to get it to go down. Articulation, maybe not the greatest in the world, but you cannot beat that sculpt. That face sculpt is just amazing. Then we have, like this diaphragm cut that we're used to, and then, does he turn? Yeah, he turns at the waist as well. Hip articulation is what we always get with these figures. Double jointed knees, which are really good. They're nice and sturdy and tight, but it allows him to go up really far. And then love these new ankles. At first, it took me a while to get used to them, but they look much, much better, and they feel a lot sturdier. And then, of course, we get this toe articulation. But, he's very, very poseable. He has those, extra hands, which are great. So you can really get him in nice, kind of hovering, flying poses like that. I mean, I'll probably just display him kind of in a neutral pose, but you can do quite a bit with the articulation. Again, the head, not so much in terms of looking up to fly, but still pretty good. Now, one thing is, with a lot of these figures, it can be challenging to get them to stand, and he is probably going to do... Oh, there he goes. All right, cool. So there you go. Now, as far as comparisons go, this is going to be a little tough, because I do have the other Multiverse Shazam figure, which is based off of the comic books, but I left him in the box. So here he is. This is the best comparison I could do here. I left this figure in the packaging for a couple reasons. So first, it's a gold label figure. So it was a Walmart exclusive. And sometimes with the Walmart exclusives, I'll either leave them in packaging, or if I really like the figure, I'll get 2 of them. Now, after seeing some other reviews of this figure, I decided that he really is not super, super great. His hands are really, really ginormous. And, this is the Rebirth suit. It's not like super, super classic, Captain Marvel. And actually, let me see if you can... So if I lift up the camera just a bit here, you could actually see my DC Universe Classics Captain Marvel in the background. That would be, the most classic version of the character, of course. And this one is not that. So the giant hands, I don't like this lightning bolt the way it is, and it kind of it's too long and kind of blocks some of the articulation. But I do really like this character, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to get one of them. I'm going to leave it in the packaging, and that's that. So you can certainly see the differences here. The other thing was, when I saw the pictures of this figure, the Fury of the Gods figure, I just thought it looked a lot better. Just everything about it looks better. The face sculpt, the cape, the size of the hands, the lightning bolt, just everything. Everything about this figure, I think, is better than this other figure that we got a little while back. So I kind of decided, all right, leave this one in the box, hang him up on the wall. There is my, Shazam, my Captain Marvel. And then this one is the one that I can put on the shelf, interact with the other figures, all that good stuff, because I just think this one looks a lot better. I think this is a huge upgrade. This works if you want to have a movie display or if you want to have comic book display. I think this figure would match in either kind of display. Now, I really would like to do a comparison with a movie Superman from DC Multiverse, but he is also just in the box. So I didn't pull him off the wall. I just figured, if you want to see it, hopefully somebody else does it, because I am definitely not taking out my Henry Cavill Superman figure out of the box, because the red and blue version of the Henry Cavill Superman from McFarlane Toys, that was like one of the hardest ones to find. So I am leaving him in the box. But I do have my custom Superman as a comparison, and I think they look great with each other. So this is the Superman figure that I painted quite a while ago. I've shown it in other videos, and I think they look really good. I mean, he's a little bit bulkier, but they're the same height, so the proportions I think are fine. I feel like Superman should be a little bulkier than Shazam, but I feel like they should be the same height. So I think this looks good. I mean, I think this will work for a comic book display if you just want to put him with any Superman figure from the DC Multiverse line. And then if you want to see how he looks next to a Batman, here is the Batman from the Batman Family 5-pack. You can see that this Batman is really bulky and taller, and, it's fine. I mean, this is definitely a larger Batman figure for sure, but it would work in your comic book display. I think that it would be okay. And then this is another custom that I showed a while back. This is my custom comic book Black Adam figure. The other Black Adam figures, once again, I apologize. I do have a, Dwayne Johnson Black Adam figure from the Black Adam movie. That would be a better comparison here, I think. But my Black Adam from the movie is in the package again. So my apologies. A lot of these movie figures, I've just been keeping them in the box because I really don't want to have to try to do yet another shelf of McFarlane figures that are all movie based. So the McFarlane figures that I have that are from the DC movies, they're all pretty much mint in box, and they're going to stay that way. But this works. I mean, this looks fine. I mean, I think this works if you wanted to, obviously this is my custom that I made, so you guys don't have this figure. But this is made off of the black suit Superman body. I don't have the Endless Winter Black Adam figure because honestly, I think that figure is one of the worst we've ever gotten in the line. And I have seen it many, many times, shelf warming. And I just don't want it. Like, I don't even think I'd want that figure if it was 50% off. It just does not look good at all. So I'm happy with my custom Black Adam figure here. I think that it works. And I think these two, match up fine with each other. So there you go. That is the new DC Multiverse Fury of the Gods Shazam figure. I definitely think this is one of the best figures that we've gotten in this line. I'm very happy about that. I'm glad to see the improvements, improvements in the joints, the paint, the accessories. Getting alternate hands is fantastic. So yeah, highly recommend this figure if you see it. Like I said, I just saw it at Target a couple days ago, and hopefully he'll be easy to find. So thanks for watching this review. Please let me know what you think and have a great day.